Thanks for tuning in to this chapter of Manchester United's season on Tears of Joy. Please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. The win against Omonia Nicosia was a tough, but deserved one, as United battled their own mistakes just as much as the opponent. Now it was time to try and get back on track in the Premier League after that disastrous loss against City. And it wouldn't be an easy feat, as the trip to Goodison was always a tricky affair, and Lampard's side were on a good defensive streak. The Premier League table looked like this heading into match day 10. Would United be able to start climbing the table once again? Come match day, these were the starting 11s for both teams. Lindelof hit a milestone as he made his 200th appearance for United in place of a still recovering Varane. Martial made his first start of the season after a strong showing against City and Omonia off the bench. Everton started their typical 11, with their main threat, Gordon, starting on the right wing, and Iwobi in central midfield, who had been rejuvenated playing in the role. How would the game go on? The match started off rather well for United, controlling most of the ball and probing in Everton's half. But it wouldn't be long until the team was shell-shocked. Pickford sends the ball long. Dalot controls the header to Casemiro, who pokes it to Antony. Antony gives the ball back to Casemiro as Onana closes the space. Casemiro tries to shield the ball, but Onana is on him and manages to poke the ball free with his long stride. Gray picks it up and charges forward. He tries to feed it to Gordon, but Martinez gets a foot in, only for it to land straight in Iwobi's path. He shoots a curler, and it curls past De Gea into the net, just outside the reach of his fingertips. 1-0 down inside 5 minutes, reminiscent of the City game perhaps. From then on it was all United as they got shots away and continued to win the ball back high, until the pressure paid off in the 15th minute. Lindelof finds Dalot in his inverted midfield position. Dalot tries to pass to Casemiro, but his pass is woeful, and Iwobi is able to intercept. Everton try to keep possession, but Gay's touch is loose and Bruno is able to poke it to Martial. Martial gets his head up and plays in Antony, who has a march on Mykolenko. And in shades of his goal against Arsenal, he opens up his body to curl it in far post. What a player, and United are right back in it. Everton won, United won. United only pressed further after the goal. Antony cuts inside and tries to find Martial, but the pass is cut out by Gay. Gay nonchalantly tries to play to Onana, but the pass is way off target, as Eriksen is able to pounce. He brings it forward and shoots with his left foot, and Pickford is forced to make the save. Not 2 minutes later, United were back at it. Dalot plays a lovely lob pass to Bruno running in behind. Bruno takes a touch and cuts it back near the 6-yard line. Martial gets there and does a brilliant pirouette to get away from the defender. He chops it back onto his right foot for a shot, but before he can get it away, Pickford is able to stick in his left boot to clear. And unfortunately, that would be the last meaningful involvement for Martial, as he came off with an injury, being replaced by Ronaldo. The majority of the game was still being played in Everton's half, until a United mistake. Dalot makes a poor decision and cannons a pass off Gordon. It's a race between Maupay and Martinez as the counter is on, but De Gea, showing signs of improvement in his sweeping abilities, comes and clears. It wasn't long before United had the ball in the net for the second time. Luke Shaw bombs forward and tries to play to Rashford, but the pass is too far ahead of him as Everton regain control. But they dawdle on it, and Casemiro is able to engage. The ball falls to Rashford, who tries to play in Bruno. But Ronaldo, who is in an offside position, intercepts the ball. He slips it through for Casemiro, who had continued his run. He shoots, but the shot is blocked into Fernandes' path. Fernandes shoots, and that comes ricocheting back to him. He shoots again, and this time the ball ends up in the back of the net. But he was fully aware that it would be chalked off for offside, and so it would. United kept on coming as Casemiro swings it out to Rashford. He's given way too much time as he surveys his options before sending a ball into the box. Casemiro, who had once again made the run in from midfield, gets a free header, and really should have scored, but the ball goes agonizingly wide. For all of United's dominance, they still didn't have a second goal to show for it, and they made another mistake in their own half. Casemiro tries to play an outside-of-the-foot pass over the top, but he skews it badly and the ball goes trickling towards Iwobi. Iwobi brings it forward as he tries to recreate his first goal, but Casemiro is able to immediately atone for his error and win the ball back, and plays a fantastic through ball for Ronaldo to boot. Ronaldo, who has certainly lost a yard of pace at this point, only has Cody to contend with, who isn't exactly known for his pace either, and he makes it all the way into the box to get away a powerful left-footed strike, and the ball is past Pickford before he knows it, and ends up in the back of the net for Ronaldo's mammoth 700th goal of his career. And he would perform a celebration that would become as iconic as his patented Sue. Everton 1, United 2. And that's how we'd head into half-time. Bar Everton's early goal, United were dominant in every sense of the word, as they kept 70% possession and limited Everton to a single shot for the entire half. The second half, while still competitive, was rather lacking in quality as the headers looped over for both teams, and shots went high and wide. In the 75th minute, we'd see James Garner, who had made the transfer from United this summer, enter the game. It would take until the 80th minute for the game to come alive once again. De Gea sends it long upfield. Ronaldo wins the first header, and Rashford wins the second header, flicking it on for himself. He storms after it, as does Tarkowski. Tarkowski gets a foot on it first, but the ball ricochets off Rashford as he hurdles the challenge. He takes it into the box and around Pickford, before shooting it with his left, and calmly slotting it into the net. Everton 1, United 3. Or was it? As the ball is played by Tarkowski, it hits Rashford's left heel, and bounces up totally inadvertently into his right arm, which is in a neutral position, and onto his chest. Nothing Rashford could have done about that. But VAR does not give a damn, and the goal is ruled out for handball. If that's the rule, then that's the rule, but the rule then is kinda stupid. Right after the incident, we saw McTominay introduced for Eriksen. He'd get involved quickly, as he always does, and earned himself his 5th yellow of the season, meaning a suspension for the next match against Newcastle. By the 91st minute, Everton was sending all the bodies forward. Garner plays a cross-com shot towards the back post. De Gea though is alert and palms it away just before Onana can get there to nod it in. A crucial stop. Ten Hag brought on Varane for Antony in the closing minutes. Everton would get their final chances from a corner as Pickford joined the party. The ball comes in, and Ten Hag's substitution proves to be a genius move, as Varane just gets his head on it before Pickford can pounce. Everton got a few more chances to swing the ball in. Pickford is there again, but this time McTominay clears. The ball falls to Garner for the volley in a poetic moment, but he cannons it off Rashford's legs, and that would be that. Full-time stats would read like this. A goalless second half. Everton put up more resistance as they limited United's chances. They had a flurry of headed attempts towards the end, but only Garner's cross would come close to troubling De Gea. A competitive but dominant afternoon against a stubborn Everton side. The players showed their growing fight-back ability as they responded well to going a goal down early for the 3rd match running. Ronaldo's 700th was the story of the day, and rightfully so, as a long and sometimes frustrating wait finally came to an end. A true legend of the game, and one of the greatest to ever lace him up. My GOAT, Viva Ronaldo. Casemiro started again, and put in his first true world-class performance in a United shirt, as he came away with the Man of the Match award. Despite losing the ball twice to Iwobi, the first leading to a goal, he made amends by recovering his second error and sending Ronaldo on his way for his 700th. Antony also made history of his own on the night, as he became the first United player ever to score in his first 3 Premier League matches. What an achievement, considering some of the names that have walked through the door in the past. Long may it continue. Martial came away with another goal involvement for the season, as he provided the assist for Antony, but he'd leave the field early with yet another injury, as frustration continued to mount at the sight of such a top talent struggling to string any form of consistency together. United showcased their team pressing too, especially in the first half, as they boxed Everton in for large parts of the match. United were now back in 5th, a point ahead of Brighton and Newcastle, whom they would face the following weekend. But before then, they would host Simone Nicosia at Old Trafford in the reverse fixture. With the win being crucial to stay in the fight for first in the group, how would United perform? Join me here for chapter 12 of United season. So that's the end of this chapter. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more Manchester United content. If you're into FIFA career mode, check out my second channel, Tears of Joy Gaming. Bicycle, hit that like button on the way out. Until next time, peace.